everyone and welcome to today's video. My name is Kenzie. If you did not know that, then now you know. And you guys, today we're going to be comparing the Chanel lambskin leather to the caviar leather to see which one is objectively better and which one you should get if you are in the market. If this is your first time ever seeing me, then hello, I'm so happy to have you. My name is Kenzie. I make a lot of videos about luxury handbags, luxury fashion, travel, jewelry, but mostly handbags. I like those a lot, but today we do have like a comparison type video. If any of that sounds fun to you, if you like the idea, that I would ask you to consider clicking the subscribe button and give this video a like and ding a little bell down there so you're notified every time I upload. And you guys, without any further ado, let's get into the video. Hello, hi. Yes, first thing I want to say, I tried to do the full face of makeup trend with no mascara. I'm not sure how I like it because I feel very naked. So let me know what you think about that. I did do like a little bit of like brown liner just to kind of help my eyes not be so round, but not sure how I feel about the no mascara, but here we are. Yes, today I wanted to compare these two types of leathers on the Chanel bags because Chanel has two types of leather that they mainly use for their Chanel classic flaps. They do have goat skin as well, and I think primarily those are used on like the 19 bags. Maybe they're used on the Chanel 22 bags. I mean, there might be a classic flap made out of goat skin that I just don't know about. I'm sure there is, but primarily Chanel is going to be using either lambskin leather or they're going to be using caviar leather. So I thought that today, since I have one of each of these now, I thought that I would do a comparison of the two and basically kind of go over which one I like more, which one I think is more worth it, and just do all the ins and outs of these two leathers. So let's get started. Okay, we'll start off with the caviar leather. This is going to be Chanel's #1 bestseller. I do believe that the caviar is definitely more popular than the lambskin because it is so durable. So if you're going to be able to tell here on this bag, it is grained. Hopefully you're going to be able to tell. So the caviar leather is going to be calf skin that has been treated to become like pebbled and to be a lot more durable. So this bag right here is my 23P periwinkle blue classic flap. I have never ever had a Chanel caviar bag before. Even when I had my vintage classic flap that was also in lambskin, and I did also have a medium classic flap about a year ago that was kind of in like this Tiffany blue kind of green color, and that was also lambskin. So this is my very first caviar bag from Chanel. This bag, you're not really gonna have to worry too much about color transfer can happen with either lambskin or caviar, but I do think it's a little less prone in the caviar. Color transfer is a big issue on both of these bags, so I would be very careful with that. But one big pro on the caviar is going to be that it is pretty scratch resistant. It's definitely going to hold up better than the lambskin because if you scratch the lambskin, it's pretty much done. This does have a bit more like of armor, if you could say, on the bag to keep it protected. Let's go over to the lambskin version here just so I can show you the difference between the two. So this is my 21P caramel classic flap in the small size, and this one is in lambskin. You can totally tell the difference now that I have them both kind of like side by side. Let me show you. So if you can see how like smooth and shiny the lambskin is, and then if you can now compare with the caviar, that is definitely a lot more, I don't know, rigid. It's not really the right word, rigid, but it's a lot more structured than the lambskin, if you can definitely see that. Obviously, one big difference when it comes to the lambskin leather is that it is going to be extremely soft. The caviar leather can be quite, not scratchy or anything, but it is definitely rougher. So if you like feel the caviar leather, it is very tough. It's not going to be like supple or soft. I mean, it is kind of soft because it's leather, but it is definitely going to be more on the rough side, whereas the lambskin is very smooth and it is extremely buttery soft. So I would say that the lambskin definitely has a more luxurious feel to it. The lambskin is just more supple. It's definitely more delicate, so you have to be very careful, but it is going to be a much more luxe experience because it is so soft, it's so buttery, it's so smooth, it's so puffy. The quilting is so beautiful and puffy compared to the CAVIAR bag. The CAVIAR quilting is still puffy, but it definitely does not look as plump as the lambskin one. So if you are somebody that wants a more luxurious experience, if you want a like softer feel to the bag, then you're definitely going to want to lean more towards lambskin. Also just lambskin I feel like has a more elegant quality, if that makes any sense. So if your style is more classic kind of blazers and tweed jackets and coats and slacks and like not jeans, or if you wear a lot of skirts, if you have like a very classic style or a very elegant style, I think that the lambskin would actually suit that style better. The CAVIAR is of course very elegant as well, but I do feel like the CAVIAR definitely leans a little more casual, because I would wear this with jeans, no problem. I mean, I also have worn this with jeans, so it's like whatever you like. But this right here, I feel like just because it is more durable, it's much easier to wear with jeans, and it's just easier to wear with a more casual outfit. This one on the other hand, again, I wear this very casually as well, even though I guess it is a more elegant bag. But with it being lambskin, again, if you do have that classic style, then I think that the lambskin would work really, really well with that. One big glaring difference between the two is going to be the durability. The lambskin is 1,000,000 billion trillion % more delicate than the CAVIAR. Now, I have followed a few people online, like Jessway Lou and a few other people online that have a lot of lambskin leather bags, and all of them pretty much say that they've never had an issue with their lambskin bags. Of course, they say they have to be more careful with them, but they've never had like a quality issue. They've never gotten it like messed up or scratched or anything like that. So I feel like if you are holding off on the lambskin because you're worried that you're going to like damage it, I wouldn't just not buy it because of that. Yes, the lambskin is going to be more delicate, however, it's still leather. Like, it's not going to like scratch insanely easy. Like, it will scratch easier than the CAVIAR, but it's not going to scratch if a breeze, you know, blows on it, or, you know, if you brush up against somebody in a crowd or something like that, unless they have something really hard like up against them or something, unless they're carrying something relatively scratchy, you're probably not going to hurt this bag as easily as you would think, because it is still relatively durable. It's just not going to be as durable as the CAVIAR. Also, one other thing that I've noticed when it comes to the CAVIAR versus lambskin is going to be in the straps. Again, the feeling of the strap is so much softer, which is insane. Also feels lighter as well. Now, I don't know for a fact if lambskin is lighter than CAVIAR. I don't know. It wouldn't surprise me if it is, because the CAVIAR leather is very like dense, so it wouldn't surprise me if the CAVIAR was heavier, but the lambskin one is very light. You know, I say that because I have all of my shit in my bag. I've been wearing this bag really, really often. So this one does feel, of course, heavier because I have all my stuff in it. But even when I don't have all of my stuff in this bag, the lambskin one just feels lighter. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's all in my head. Maybe it's like a placebo thing, and maybe nothing's actually happening. Maybe they're the exact same weight. But in my mind, I feel like the CAVIAR is definitely on the heavier side. So if you are somebody that likes a lighter bag, then I would probably go with the lambskin. Also, one thing, the straps. I have found that you really have to be careful with the straps on both of these. However, with the lambskin being so smooth and so buttery, I have not had any wear whatsoever on these straps, kind of pulling them through the grommets. Like whenever you want to change it to be like a crossbody or something, you let one strap down to wear it as a crossbody bag. The straps really get manipulated and used a ton on these bags, and I have found no wear at all with the lambskin bag. However, I have found wear already on my CAVIAR bag. It's not much, it's very, very minimal, it's not much at all, but I have already found, can you see that? Oh my god, I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it. It's like a little, not tear, but it's right there. It's right there where my finger, can you see that? Probably not. But it's like a little snag, a little tear in the leather, because with the CAVIAR being so structured, it is much harder to pull the strap through the bag. Like if I'm gonna store the bag and if I pull the strap through like this to where it looks like that, and then if I want to take it out, pretty hard, I don't want to like mess it up, but you have to kind of like guide it. I don't know. It's just a bit more sticky, if that makes any sense at all. But yeah, with the CAVIAR, I feel like since it's so structured and it's so like stiff, the straps show a lot more wear very quickly. I say a lot more wear. It's not that much wear at all, but it does show wear quicker because I do find that it does rub pretty hard up against the grommets. So if that's something that you're worried about, then I would definitely go with the lambskin because everything is so smooth and easy to use. Even when you have all of your stuff in the lambskin bag, it doesn't get that much heavier and it's still very easy to pull through. So you can really swap between shoulder carry, crossbody, whatever, relatively easy without hurting the strap. One thing that I want to say regarding both of these bags, and again, I don't know if it's just in my head, I don't know if it's actually a thing or if I'm just making it up, but with the lambskin bag being so much more like pliable and soft, I think you can actually fit more into the lambskin bags than you can the CAVIAR. It's probably not true. In my experience, I have found that I can fit more into the lambskin version compared to the CAVIAR because again, the CAVIAR is so stiff on the inside. It's a bit harder to get everything to go into the CAVIAR bag. And this bag is so kind of like buttery, soft, and like smooth that in my experience, I can fit a little bit more into the lambskin. When I say that I can fit more in the lambskin, it's very minimal, but it still does count because these bags are pretty small in general. So if you can fit a little more in a certain bag over the other, and if that's something that you want, then I would say go with the lambskin. But if you are somebody that wants something more for every day, then I would totally go with CAVIAR. The CAVIAR is definitely going to be the most popular leather out of the two. It gives you a lot more wiggle room. It is a lot more forgiving than the lambskin. So if you are somebody that's just now getting into the bags, I would still go with CAVIAR just to kind of give yourself the best chance of success, I guess. But if you are somebody that has a few handbags in your collection, if you are somebody that is well versed in the luxury space, I guess, or if you just have had a few handbags and if you feel like you're ready to get into like a different type of leather, then I would definitely go with the lambskin because it is different, it is very beautiful, and it's just a different experience with the lambskin. And some people just go by looks. Some people like the CAVIAR look better. Some people like the lambskin look better. It's also a matter of preference. One last thing I'm going to talk about when it comes to these bags is going to be the price point. Now, both of these are relatively going to be the same price, but I have found in my research that the CAVIAR is going to be more expensive, only because it is more wanted. The CAVIAR, again, is probably the most popular leather of the two, and I think probably most people will lean more towards the CAVIAR than the lambskin because they want a bag that they can have for a super duper long time. And they're not gonna have to want to deal with, you know, scratching it or anything like that. They're just gonna want to have a handbag and not fuss with anything else. In that realm, which I have found, the CAVIAR is going to be a little more expensive than the lambskin. Not by a lot, but just by a few $100s, maybe. I hate saying this so nonchalantly because it's weird, but it's probably about $500 more expensive, maybe $600 more expensive than the lambskin. Still absolutely ridiculously expensive and it's stupid, but I'm just trying to give you guys all the facts. But I feel so weird saying it so nonchalant. I'm like, oh yeah, it's only $500 more expensive. No, it's still very expensive. So if you are in the market for a classic flap, and if you're trying to find your perfect classic flap, number one, I'd probably go with vintage. Vintage has the 24 karat plated gold hardware, to where I believe in 2008, they did away with the 24 karat gold plated hardware, and now they do like 18 karat or something. Like both of these I believe are like 18 karat gold or 14, I'm not even sure. And it's not real gold, it's plated. It's like 18 karat gold plated. So it's not even like full on solid gold on your bag. Also, a lot of people would say that the vintage versions have better quality, which I can attest to. I did have a black vintage classic flap in the lambskin, and my mom now has that bag because she bought it from me. When I purchased this bag, she bought my vintage one. But yeah, you guys, that has been my comparison between the Chanel Caviar leather and the Chanel lambskin leather. Let me know which one is your favorite. Which one of the leathers do you prefer? Are you a lambskin girly or a caviar girly? Just leave me a comment down below telling me anything, because I'm nosy and I want to know that. But you guys, thank you so much for watching this video today. I really hope that you did enjoy it. If you did, then go ahead and click up the like button for me and then subscribe if you want to, and be sure to ding a little bell down there so you're notified every time I upload. And you guys, I'll see you in the next video. Bye!